Where's the tunnel? That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, it was cute. While I was driving, I started buying. I was like, where's the water? I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do this. Oh my god, no.
Good morning, and welcome to the 130th commencement exercises of the Norwich City Schools. It is with great pleasure that we present this year's graduation awards and diplomas to the class of 2021 and recognize our graduating seniors for their accomplishments. Please remain standing as the senior class officers lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, after which a recording of our national anthem as sung by the 2020 senior choir members will be played.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce to you Mr. Scott Ryan, Superintendent of the Norwich City School District.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Scott Ryan, proud alum of the Purple Tornado. And I have the pleasure today to introduce myself to you as the Superintendent of Norwich City School District. June 26, 2021 will forever be a special day for you as graduates and for you as family members. This rite of passage officially transitions all of you to adulthood. This ceremony represents recognition of work ethic, working through adversity, problem solving, analyzing, and a great deal of social awareness. Today, receipt of your high school diploma certifies that you have endured 13 years of Norwich City School District with resilience, with grit, and an ability to be part of something bigger than you. You will forever be part of the Purple Tornado, even those of you that have used the same phrase that I used 26 years ago, I can't wait to get the hell out of Norwich. Does that sound familiar, Hanson? Like many of your caregivers today, many of you think you have it figured out. A solid plan, a future path, destiny. This is fantastic and is the intended outcome for your high school experience. What fails to appear as you envision your path are all of the social interactions that you will have along the way. So reflect just for a second. Think about all the challenges that you have faced in your teenage years. Consider all the experiences that have led to today. All of them have shared similarities, I bet. The common theme is that someone, a friend, a teacher, a counselor, a social worker, a bus driver, a parent, a grandmother, someone that cares about you, helped you overcome. I would argue that one of your greatest takeaways after 13 years of education is learning how to deal with people. This was never posted as a learning target or an outcome to a lesson. It was embedded. Whether peers or adults, you were required to use a myriad of strategies to engage, to self-advocate, to persuade, to argue, or maybe convey. Your school experience is just that, an experience, preparation for your path. The truth is, on the path ahead, the same skills will apply, it just may be with greater stakes. Consider the last year and a half. We were thrust into a global pandemic, changing the way that we do business. I personally refuse to subscribe to the thinking of the class of 2020 and the class of 2021 got hosed. Yes, these years look very different than what they were supposed to. So rather, what I would say to you is you have faced great adversity. Your strength has been tested. The learning is you never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice that you have. Personal strength will be your greatest asset as you take on this world as we know it. Communicate well and communicate often, especially as you navigate the salty seas of social media. Please remember, the world is changed by your example and not simply by your opinion. Remember, it's not what you say to everyone else that determines your life. It's what you whisper to yourself that has the greatest power. Dare to lead, and at times be comfortable to follow. Listen to your inner voice and seek counsel when needed. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Class of 2021, dare to be great. Thank you.
It is my pleasure at this time to introduce to you Andrew Macariello, this year's Salutatorian.
Good morning to my peers as well as to the people who have helped us arrive here today. To the school administration that has seen us through to this moment, thank you. To the parents and families that have been with us through all of our frustrations, thank you. And to my classmates that have worked hard for the past 12 years to walk across this stage today, congratulations. Congratulations on the culmination of 12 years of effort. Think about that. A vast majority of our relatively short lives have been spent as students. And perhaps from the narrow perspective of an 18-year-old, this feels like the end of life as we know it. But really, it's just a turning point. Now it's time to head our separate ways as independent young individuals. We're in the big leagues now. The training wheels are coming off, and trust me, I know they can be pretty scary. We have played our last dodgeball games, we have attended our last school dance, and we have, maybe thankfully, witnessed our last Fear Factor competition at Spirit Night. We have walked these halls as students for the last time. I know, that's a bittersweet thought. It's a little bitter because we know we will miss parts of high school. We will miss seeing all of these friendly faces on a daily basis. We will miss Mrs. Gilio's ever-reliable "Good morning, NHS." We will miss the sporting events, concerts, and musicals that we helped to make happen. And maybe we will even grow to miss the freshmen who play music in the hallways during Bell One. I'm sure you've already experienced some of the melancholy of leaving high school. I know I have. Maybe you felt it while you played your last Friday night under the lights, or as you gave your last solo at the spring concert, or ran your last race at the REK, or sang the last song at the NHS musical. It's sad to think that this phase of our life is over, but there is great comfort to be found in this moment. Not because of some false sense of relief that the work is done, but rather for a sense of pride and knowing how far we have come, and more importantly, the excitement for what is yet to come. Think about how much we have changed since the first day of freshman year, and I'm not just talking about the differences that would be visible from our parents' Facebook memories. I'm asking you to appreciate how much you have learned in just 4 years. We learned how to find the roots of a function, how to compose an essay, and how to play nitro ball. We learned lessons outside of the classroom too. In the busy halls, we learned to deal with others. In those long months of isolation, we learned to deal with ourselves and learned to deal with adversity all the while. Despite all this learning, there's still so much that we do not know. But that's okay, because we don't stop now. Education extends well past the end of high school. For some of us, today marks the end of our formal education, but none of us should neglect the value of developing ourselves. All of us, regardless of our post-graduation plans, can expect the trials and tribulations of adulthood to hit us with full force. And in adapting to each challenge, solving each issue, we will have to use and therefore develop the tenacity, resourcefulness, and determination that we have begun to learn here. In the words of American philosopher John Dewey, education is not preparation for life. Education is life itself. And maybe you have taken your last test, but if we can take a lesson from this past year, we know that life will never stop testing you. It may feel like this is a monumental occasion that marks the grand finale of this ever-important stage of our lives. But even as someone who's taken high school pretty seriously, I promise you this. What we have waiting for us is much greater than what we are leaving behind. After all, what I'm giving now is called a commencement address. It is meant to mark the start of something, not the end. When writing this speech, I really struggled to provide you with a profound message. What wisdom or insight do I have that would be novel and useful to you? All of us in caps and gowns are inexperienced youngsters about to dive into adulthood. I'm no different. I think I accurately represent all of us when I say that at this point in our lives, our goals far outweigh our accomplishments. Keeping this in mind, I think it is appropriate that I urge you not to be complacent in your pursuit of these goals. Continue to develop your character and your mind. Make yourself capable of achieving whatever it is you wish to achieve. As Mark Twain put it, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. It is easy to sink deep into the celebration of today, to rest on our laurels, to feel that we have finally arrived. But today is just the beginning of our journey. It is not our destination. High school has cut our anchor, and we have the open sea waiting for us. As we branch out across the state, across the country, and across the world, we should hope to make those who have helped us along the way proud. The best thanks that we can give them is to demonstrate how much they helped us achieve. So don't succumb to a meager life, but rather find a challenge. We know the world is full of them, and surmount it. In doing so, we will better ourselves and hopefully the world along the way. And no matter how accomplished or distinguished any of us become, the development of our character started right here in Norwich. And that is something that we should be proud to have in common. Thank you for listening, and congratulations to my fellow graduates.
At this time, it is my pleasure to present the graduation scholarships. The Greater Norwich Foundation Alan Horowitz All-Around Student Scholarship goes to Madison Stafford. The Greater Norwich Foundation Alan Horowitz Memorial Scholarship Sports Person of the Year goes to Sydney Coggins. The Greater Norwich Foundation Clara Robbins Memorial Scholarship is going to 4 seniors this year. First is Nicholas Deedy. The next recipient is Abigail Hansen. The next recipient of the Clara Robbins Memorial Scholarship is Andrew Macariello. And the final recipient of the Clara Robbins Memorial Scholarship is Alyssa Misselwich. The Greater Norwich Foundation Esther C. Flanagan Scholarship is awarded this year to Tyler Jones. The Harrison and Betty Edwards Science Scholarship goes to Andrew Mullen. The John and James Westcott Scholarship is being awarded to Natalie Beninati. The Joseph Rotundo Memorial Athletic Scholarship is given to Griffin Mills. The Greater Norwich Foundation Marcia Stewart Memorial Scholarship goes to Caitlin Blazer. The Greater Norwich Foundation Margaret Newton Forsyth Scholarship is awarded to Sophia Root. The Greater Norwich Foundation Thomas H. Ivory Scholarship goes to Angela Carlson. And the Greater Norwich Foundation H. William Smith Jr. Technical Scholarship is awarded to Jonathan Ryan. Congratulations to our seniors who received these scholarships, and a special thank you to the many donors who make these possible for our students. At this time, I ask that everyone please rise for the Elmer Mater, recorded by the 2020 Senior Quintet. You are welcome to sing along. The words are printed in the program.
Shines bright.
Please be seated. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Sydney Coggins, this year's valedictorian, who will deliver her valedictory speech.
Good morning. As I sat down to write this, I was trying to think of what to say that would not only be inspiring, but also leave a lasting impact on everyone who is fortunate enough to be part of this ceremony today. And that is an incredibly tough job, because I know that every single one of us has different feelings about today and has different goals as they progress forward into their adult lives. And guess what? That is completely okay and should be something that should certainly be celebrated. First, I would like to say thank you to everyone who made today possible. We wouldn't be here without the support and diligence of Mr. Ryan, Mrs. Gilio, the Board of Education, and the rest of the staff who all played big roles in pulling this ceremony together, especially this year. And speaking on behalf of the class of 2021, we are all incredibly grateful to gather one last time together to celebrate our accomplishments. To my classmates, it is truly a huge testament to our character and resilience for all of us to be sitting here today. We made it. We have endured so much over the past year and a half, but those trials we faced were mere obstacles put in our way to test ourselves, and let's just say we prevailed. The valuable lessons we took away from our experience with a global pandemic will no doubt enable us to conquer any challenge that lies ahead. Over the past couple of weeks, it became clear to us that our high school career was coming to an end. The endless reminders to participate in the many senior events was an indicator that the end was within reach. For as long as I can remember, I was that kid who thought, I'm so ready to be out of here. And as I stand here today looking at all of you, I don't think that kid truly understands the significance of that thought. We have all been impacted by each other and our enveloping community. I personally always wanted life to speed up. I always wished it was tomorrow. But now, today, to be honest, I want it to be yesterday. I think we can all agree that the most daunting part of the future looming ahead of us is change. After all, most of us have been together doing the school thing for the past 15 years, and it's incredibly scary to think about leaving and what our daily routine will look like going forward. I know I struggled with this personally because residing in Norwich and being in high school made everything so convenient. Everyone has easy access to all of their friends and loved ones, and certain things about this town make it feel like your comfort zone. But what I fail to recognize, and what I hope all of you are able to take away from today, is that leaving Norwich and expanding your comfort zone doesn't have to involve leaving people behind. I once imagined that when I left, I was going to feel disconnected from my peers who I have grown extremely close with throughout the last 4 years, and from the pride our community has for sports, the arts, and philanthropic involvement. However, I am beginning to realize what we have all shared here together has left an indelible mark on all of us. An unknown author states, "The sweetest part of leaving home is knowing, beyond the shadow of doubt, that you'll always carry it with you." After reading this, I realized leaving isn't a bad thing as long as you take these people with you. Now you may think, I don't want my parents to go with me anywhere anymore because I've lived with them for 18 years and that was enough of an experience. But what I mean is a little more abstract. The people we have been around for the last 18 years have shaped us in some way. We have extracted bits and pieces of our peers and mentors we have shared random experiences with. In doing that, not only have we developed our character, but we as individuals have become unique beautiful mosaics with aspirations to grow into promising, diverse people. In your mosaic, there are pieces of your teachers who have taught you collaboration skills and how to become innovative thinkers. For example, Mr. Turnbull, Mr. Regas, Mrs. Stratton, who taught us how to be informed citizens, the importance of having an opinion, and to never take life too seriously. We have fragments of our coaches, Coach Bennett, Coach Christie, Coach Rand, Coach Gant, who instilled in us the value of being dedicated to a common goal and how hard work and resilience do pay off. We are cemented together by an overwhelming sense of community pride. That is why we show up to football and basketball games every Friday night, and that is why we give people standing ovations at musicals and concerts, because we are all remnants of Norwich High School. And in thinking about how all of our lives are going to progress from today, it is important to mention that all of our mosaics are not yet finished. Arnie Glimsher, an art enthusiast, said, "Your life moves in patterns toward things, and things that we achieve finally are part of this mosaic. We have only completed a portion. Now it is time to start developing and designing the next section based on all of the unique adventures each of us are going to have and all of the interesting people we are about to encounter." While envisioning the next piece of our mosaic, their beauty will be enhanced as long as whatever each of us chooses to do going forward is truly what we desire and is done with an abundance of passion and commitment. I'm proud to be a part of this class, and as I look out at all of you, I see a vast amount of potential in every single person. I cannot wait to see how beautiful all of your mosaics become over the years. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2021.
Members of the Board of Education of Norwich City Schools, Mr. Ryan, as principal of Norwich High School, I certify that all students about to receive diplomas have met or exceeded the requirements of Norwich High School and have met or exceeded the requirements for graduation as set forth by the New York State Board of Regents and the New York State Education Department. The diplomas this morning will be presented by our Superintendent, Mr. Scott Ryan, and our Board of Education President, Mr. Brian Reed. But hey, we can't end this year with a little plot twist, right? It's only fitting. After receiving your diploma and proceeding off the stage, Mrs. Cal Colosi and Mrs. Stratton will be presenting you with a white envelope. And there is great power in this envelope. You see, it represents the power of you. Inside this white envelope is a letter from someone here at Norwich City School District whom you had a positive impact on. It is our hope that you will treasure these letters as much as we treasure you. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, we will begin our diploma ceremony. Mr. Ryan and Mr. Reed, would you please join the graduates on the stage? First row, go ahead and stand up. Ryan Loeffler. Julian Thomas Roque. Jonathan Eugene Ryan. Madison Rose Safford. Andrew William Macariello. Jessie Marie Pelosi Sutton. Caitlin Blazier. Savia Boyer. Sydney Elizabeth Coggin. Nicholas C. Deedy. Haley Nicole DeVates. Hannah Colette DeVates. Brianna E. Downey. Abigail R. Hansen. Griffin S. Mills. Andrew James Mullen. Abigail M. Natoli. Bailey Whitmore Olds. Maria Lauren Pomeris. Sophia Brianna Roos. Gabrielle Morgan Cutting. Avery N. Leiser. Alexander J. Anderson. Isaiah Michael Astrologo. Bryce D. Baker. Ryan Christian Baker. Chanel Love Baxley. Austin G.R. Beadle. Mackenzie B. Benedict. Natalie May Venanati. Caleb Joseph Birch. Grace P. Bookamer. Anthony E. Borden. Dylan Kenneth Brzee. Alyssa B. Brzee. Andrew James Brown. Cody James Burlew. Abby M. Button. Cameron J. Byrne. Amaya Elizabeth Cavallero. CJ Alberto Calderon. Angela M. Carlson. Dalton Lee Carnahan. Angelica Rose Wagner Savalos. Reagan Louise Clark. Elijah D. Craddock. Garrett Robert Cushman. Lauren Elizabeth Davis. Andrew L. Donnelly. Houston G. Edwards. Angel Manuel Elizondo. Jonathan Matthew Fowlston. Kaylee Jordan Fuller. Alexander Michael Janute. Benjamin Patrick Glanville. Isaiah M. Gonzalez. Justin T. Goodhue. Trent Lawrence Gould. Daniel Leon Hagenboom. Genevieve Harrison. Nicola Marie Hatton. Americus Blessed Hebert. Jordan Ashley Hess. Kelsey Marie Hicks. Jared Storm House. Erica Rose Howe. Ahmed Khalid Mohammed Ibrahim. Ryan Kyler Jackson. Jordan David Jaquette. Jaden Tyler Jenkins. Tyler A. Jones. Maya Alexis Kossman. Dante Nicholas Kraft. Gwyneth Anwin Kwasnick. Madison Riley Lamphere. Robert H. Lindsay. Daniel Hayes Macy. Max Howard Marson. You're going right up to Mr. Ryan. Joseph K. Marvin. Taylor Jean McCarthy. Maggie May Menard. Alyssa Lee Misselwitz. Drea L. Modica. Marshall Morris. Quentin George Sheridan. Samantha C. Musk. Sally Lee Myers. McKenna Marie Nile. Desiree Rain Pecora. Isabella Pucci. Marissa P. Ramey. Tyler Paul Rice. Vaughn Alexander Rudy. Emma Grace Scheuer. Rachel Lee Seeley. Jude Robert Sevilla. Donald J. Smith IV. Jaylee A. Smith. Taylor John Smith. Caitlin Marie Spina. Hannah Raylan Straley. Ethan K. Swartz. Samantha Lee Taylor. Carson R. Thornton. Catherine Ann Turner. Joseph Michael Tuttle. Scott Allen Tuttle. Zariana Rhiannon Nicole Westcott. Ryan T. White. Daniel T. Wick. Owen Todd Weir. Joshua Dalton Willis. Haley H. Young. To personally congratulate this group of fine young men and women who are part of the class of 2021. I searched and pondered for the words to adequately capture this moment in history in some memorable fashion for you. You're a beautiful group of young adults who are filled with promise and compassion. Ruby Bridges said this, "You see, class of 2021, opportunity comes packaged in many boxes, and it often shows up with no return address. The sender is history, and she does not accept returns. Once the package is opened, you accept the gift, and you embrace the demands attached to it. So what were the boxes you opened this year? Perhaps the confines of time disappeared for you this year, and you learned to live in the moment. Slow down and appreciate all that was before you. Remember to continue to practice that pause. Maybe, just maybe, the box of change showed up for you. But rather than fearing it, you stared change right in the eye and said, I've got this. I'm resilient. I see this as a time to open doors, knock down walls, and embrace something new for myself. Like many of us, perhaps the box of fear crept into your world. Fear of the unknown, fear of uncertainty, fear of what tomorrow could bring. But look at you now. You're here, graduating. You faced the demands placed on you, sought help from family and a community that supports you, and you arrived here, today, together, now, in this amazing moment. You have shaped your own personal history and our collective history as a school, a city, a state, and a nation. As President Biden said, as a group of young adults, you're progressive, well-educated, the least prejudiced and most open generation in American history. We need you badly. You're ready. It's time to get underway. May the knowledge you have acquired while at Norwich High School provide you with the courage to step out into the world and not only create the best version of yourself, but the best version of our world possible for those around you. May you envision greatness for yourself and others and seek it in all that you do. Tap into your consciousness in times of joy and in times of difficulty and let it guide you in right direction. Along the way, don't forget to recognize the heroes in your life, and especially the one in yourself. Bina Vinkin-Tarman, an editor of the Boston Globe, reminds us to look for heroes not on the silver screen or the pedestal or even at this podium, but at eye level and within reach. The people in your life who have been afraid but done the right thing anyway, who have shown you by example how to be bold. Prize bravery over bravado. Prize all moments of bravery, even the small and unrecognized ones. You can be heroic whenever you choose and whoever you are. Our world needs you to open that box with your name on it that says hero. Show the world your creativity, courage, and strength. Seek justice for yourself and others. Find and celebrate the good in our world. Be bold and true to yourself and those around you. And always believe in the miracle of your story. You've done all this and so much more this year. You are the change our world needs. And as you yourself said, it's your time. Make our new normal something that generations to come will honor. It's your time to shape history. Your journey ahead is just beginning to unfold. Through it all, try to remember that you are right where you are supposed to be in each and every moment of your life. There is purpose for all our experiences. Be present in those moments of your life. Breathe in all the moment has to offer you. Open the box, embrace the challenge, and create history. We are incredibly proud of all that you have accomplished, and we wish you well as you continue on your life's journey, class of 2021. At this time, will Ryan Loeffler, the senior class president, please come before the graduates? Would the graduates please rise and follow Ryan in the turning of the tassel ceremony? gentlemen, graduated seniors, this concludes our ceremony. We would ask that everyone in the bleachers and on the track remain seated until the recessional has been completed. As you leave, please take with you our best wishes for a safe and happy celebration of the fine accomplishments of these men and women. It gives me great pleasure to present and congratulate one last time the Norwich High School class of 2020.